Ian, good thing for the U.S. that UK votes don't count. Well, they might. We might add them as a state, Donald. What do you think about that? I think we're going to add Washington D.C. There's two more senators that are going our way. I think we're going to add Puerto Rico. There's two more that'll go our way. Dare them to ever vote Republican. You know why they don't? Because they fucking get shit on by Republicans. That's why they don't. Not that there ain't some bad Democrats floating around, but when you add the numbers up, Republicans love to reward rich white people, and Democrats, as a rule, try to help people like me and people even poorer than me. If they're going to get any help, that's where it's going to come from. And then, but if the Republicans have the numbers, guess what? The Democrats can't do. So it's time for them to get their shit together. They got the president, they got the vice president, they got the House, they got the Senate. So let's see how it goes. We don't have enough, and we need to get rid of about 17 of those motherfuckers that helped incite the riot. 130 of those motherfuckers wanted to dispute the fucking election. And guess what votes they wanted to throw out, Donald, while we're talking? The votes they wanted to throw out were from the six largest cities and six states. Well, actually, more cities than that. They wanted to get rid of Pittsburgh's votes. They wanted to get rid of Philadelphia's votes, Milwaukee's votes. Atlanta's votes, oh boy, that would have made it would have been a landslide if we get rid of Atlanta and the surrounding areas votes. They wanted to get rid of the black vote in every fucking city. The big major metropolitan cities that in some cases are up to 80% black. Washington, D.C., last I heard, is 80% black. And you ain't got a fucking snowball's chance in hell of getting a Republican vote when that's the route you go. So you better pray they don't figure out a way to get Puerto Rico as a state, Washington, D.C. is its own state. And I think there's one other that I heard they were working on. That would be 6 more senators in our favor. And I say our favor, not a fucking Republican who's trying to line the pockets of fucking rich people. Mitch McConnell's as bad as they fucking get. Trump was as bad as they get. And don't count my word on it. When 64 fucking courts rule against you, that are almost every fucking one of them were Republican judges, and you're still bitching that they counted all the black votes. No wonder we lost. Let's throw out the black votes. Fuck you. Fuck anybody that feels that way. Let everybody vote and see where the goddamn coins fall. Let everybody vote. Everybody that's legal. I'm with you. If you're not a legal citizen, you don't have the right to vote. And answer me this. What stupid fuck is going to go down to the polling booths where there's all kinds of cops and poll watchers and every goddamn thing else wandering around? What illegal immigrant is going to go down and cast a vote? I'm not going to say there's none, but I will say next to none that's going to take a fucking chance of getting deported because they're down there casting an illegal vote. Who's the fuck's going to do that? Other than a dumb fuck. And when they recounted the votes, they kept finding more for Biden in these fucking Republican states. Republican officials counting the votes were finding more votes for Biden. Explain that one. And in 64 courts ruled against you. One gave you a delay. You basically lost 65, but we'll give you a win because they didn't give you an official loss. 64, almost every fucking one of them Republican. Most of them appointed by fucking Trump because that's what he was trying to do, was line the courts to keep him from having to go to prison once he was voted out, that he really thought was going to be 4 years from now because he thought that Pence would save his ass. He thought the Supreme Court would save his ass. And guess what? Due to some little small amount of integrity, that didn't fucking happen. So now your boy's sitting down in Mar-a-Lago somewhere. I wonder if he played golf today. Yeah, I bet he didn't. You know why? Because he's wondering what day they're coming. That's why he wanted to get out of D.C. I know from some insiders that said Trump was terrified that at 12:02 he was going to be arrested at the White House. Right for everybody to fucking see. And he knew that nobody would be fucking covering him down in Mar-a-Lago. He was terrified he was going to get arrested. That's why he wasn't going to go to the inauguration. That's why he didn't want to be there. And that's why he left. I'm shocked he didn't hightail it out of the country. They say he's looking to move to Brazil. Maya says she'll build a gay nightclub right next to him and make him fucking miserable if he does, because that piece of shit fucking leader they got won't extradite him. He might want to buddy up with Kim Jong-un again. Maybe Kim won't do it. They're thinking that Putin might take him in. He's no use to Putin anymore. Mark my words, Putin's got no fucking use for Trump. He knows he's never going to get elected again. He might not be able to be elected after what's going to happen to him in the Senate trial, because he's got enough fucking senators pissed at. I don't know if he's going to get 17 of them, but by pardoning Bannon, who stole money from the fucking Trump supporters, and then Trump, who was also digging into that money, I assure you that's going to come up. Trump and Bannon, who were stealing millions and millions of dollars from Trump supporters on their mythical wall that he claims he built 500 miles of. He didn't, because most of that was already approved by the not Biden, but the Obama administration. The people that are down there actually doing the works, that there's somewhere, pending who you want to believe, between 3.2 and 9.7 miles of new wall went up. Part of that fucking fell down, blew down by the wind when he claimed he was going to build the biggest, tallest wall ever fucking built. Didn't fucking happen. Oh, well, he wants credit for 500 miles of wall in 4 fucking years. His campaign promise. Well, there's 2,200 miles of border down there at the minimum. So what do? I guess I'd walk around it. If I want to get into America that bad, I guess I'd just walk around it. I don't think 500 miles is going to fucking stop you. Jesus motherfucking Christ. It amazes me how fucking stupid people are, that they would fucking believe that shit. And then he pardons the guy who stole from his organization. He pardoned him because he was fucking in on it and he didn't want Bannon telling the story. Ain't going to save him because the state charges can still get Bannon. He's still going to be charged in New York. Trump didn't do anything but delay the inevitable and saved him from federal charges. Instead, he's going to get state charges. You think I do my homework, guys. I do my fucking homework. I didn't get political until we had a fucking racist, raping fucking crook in the goddamn White House. That's when I got political. I didn't give a shit. Bush was just stupid. Fuck, I'd take 10 George Bushes over what we got now. Any of the fucking Bushes, any of the fucking Reagans. I'd take Reagan's son at this point. He seems to be an all right guy. Oh boy. Joe Exotic is saying he didn't get the pardon because he's gay and it would hurt Trump with his base. But how many gay people support Donald Trump? Line those people up for me. But to Tiger King's defense, he's always fucking been a Trump guy, or his demise. Well, that's one way to look at it. But I'd like to pardon Tiger King because I think Joshua Dial could get him on the show. If you really thought this was a wrestling show, then yes, you are the only one. Who thought this was a wrestling show? It comes up from time to time. Guys, I've been retired from pro wrestling for fucking 9 years. I don't watch the current product. What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want? I can tell you some old stories. I can give you opinions. I can't give you much of an opinion on the current product because I don't watch it. I'm not like Jimmy Cornette and try and cast opinions on shit that I don't know anything about. I do know about this shit. I got some pretty smart people that fucking I get my information from. Plus, I watch a lot of motherfucking news. No, not just CNN, just not MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, PBS, the BBC, cheesy news. I mean, I watch it all, man. I watch it all. Some shit makes sense, some shit don't. And my pick on Don Lemon, Don has such a hatred for Trump because he's, number one, Don's black, in case y'all haven't noticed. Number two, he's gay, in case you haven't heard him tell the story 1,000 fucking times. So being black and gay is the last fucking thing you want to be on Donald Trump's radar. Trump hated Don Lemon from day one, treated him like shit, so Don Lemon fucking despises him. Chris Cuomo, regardless what you think about him, yeah, he's got a Democratic, but Chris gives you a shot. Chris has everybody on. He doesn't turn anybody down. He invites every fucking Republican piece of shit crook who has stolen from you people and you don't give a shit. He invites them all on the show. Guess what? They won't do it. Why? Because he's fucking smarter than they are. And they know he will expose them. Cuomo's good. Cuomo's smart. And Cuomo does not back down from anybody. He will have anybody on his show. Now, Fox News, on the other hand, the news people will have both sides on. Your Cavato, or however he pronounces his last name, Shepard Smith, who's now on MSNBC because he fucking hated how Fox treated him and they wanted him to curb his fucking news stories in favor of Trump and he wouldn't do it. He says, I report the news. You decide what it's about. You decide what side I'm on. I report the news. And that's what MSNBC gave him. I'm almost lesser of a Shepard Smith fan now because he won't fucking bash Trump to the gills. He reports the story. You kind of know where he's at. Kind of like some of the, like Lester Holt. Lester Holt's a fucking newsman. Lester Holt, for those of you who didn't know, was a registered Republican. He might not be now because he was embarrassed to be a part of the party. Morning Joe. I'm a big fan of the Morning Joe show. Guess what Morning Joe was until fucking recently? A registered Republican, a Republican of the Senate and the Congress. See, there's good people out there. And most of them are fucking leaving now and don't want anything to do with the Republican Party. And Trump is about to kill the Republican Party. You don't realize it. Man, I'm on a roll tonight. You don't realize it, but Trump is about to kill your Republican Party. You know why? Because you remember the Tea Party. Well, the Tea Party took away some votes from here and there. And there's been a couple of other parties, but now he wants to do the Patriot Party. Well, guess what that's going to do? That's going to take away all from Republicans. It's not going to take one. There's not one Democrat dying to be a part of the Patriot Party. Not a fucking one. Not a reputable person. I don't know who it would be. If you can name him, I'm dying to hear his name. So I pray to God, me and James Carville agree on this. Carville was talking about it last night. Oh, I pray to God that Trump forms the Patriot Party, because the day the Patriot Party goes into effect and these dumb fucks start lining up to be a part of Trump's party, trying to get a Trump back in office, it might not be Donald. Can you imagine how fucked up he's going to be? A fucking piece of shit, that goddamn Sean Hannity. There's a lot of things wrong with Joe Biden. He's got dementia. He's got this. He's not well, folks, but they won't tell you. And Trump is. I mean, that's your go-to, is that Joe Biden's not well, but Donald Trump is. He's got energy. Donald's got energy. Yeah, he's got energy. All right, he got enough energy to get outvoted by nearly 8 million votes. That's what he's got. And like I've always said, there's more of us. And when I say us, Democrats, independents, and fucking right-thinking Americans. You know why I'm right-thinking? Because all left-handed people use the right side of their brain. Very few of us. There's only 1 in 10 on the planet. Right-thinking Americans, independents, and Democrats are going to run the country from now on. Because Trump is going to form this fucking Patriot Party. And I don't know if there's 74 million that will join the Patriot Party. I don't think so. But even if they did, there's not enough. Because in 4 more years, that's going to be 4 more years of old white fucks, old racist white fucks dying, being replaced by younger, smarter, educated, darker people that are going to take their place. And those votes are going away forever. They're going to have to figure out another way. Another way. We're one of the only countries in the world that only has 2 parties. I think Japan's got like 9. Probably a better way to do it. At least it's not either or. At least it's not either or. We had to register Democrat just so that we could fucking vote for who we wanted to. We wanted to stay independent, but they don't let you. You have to register one way or the other. So, you repeat a lie cult enough times, they start. Well, there's living proof of it. Trump knows it. It's fucking dictatorship 101. Tell them the same lie over and over and over again and get enough people to tell that lie with you. There's the old story me and Cornette used to say, well, I'll tell a lie and then you back it up. Well, that's what the Republican Party is. And I ain't saying it don't happen in the Democratic Party, but I watch it closely. I'm a lifelong independent. I got no horse in the race. That's why if I had to pick, thank God I don't. If I had to pick, I'd pick Democrat. Because Republican, and look who's in jail. 8 years of the fucking Obama administration. Everybody trying to lock them up. Everybody, treason this, treason that. Crook this, crook that. Lock them up, lock Hillary up, lock Obama up. Well, guess what? In 8 years of the Obama administration, not one fucking indictment, not one jail sentence, and then count all the years after he was gone. It's been 4 for those of you that can't count. 12 years they've had to indict somebody. 12 years they've had to lock up somebody. Guess how many there's been? Not a motherfucking one. But with the Trump administration, they were locking people up from day fucking 1 because he surrounded himself with criminals. He surrounded himself with crooks. That's why they were all paying him money for pardons, which that's illegal too, by the way. He's going to be brought up on that as well. Paying him for fucking pardons, paying Giuliani for pardons. Trump won't pay Giuliani because Giuliani fucking sucks, but he's only one of the few attorneys that'll stand up and put his name to him. Because he's just as fucking fucked up as Trump is and just as big a fucking crook as Trump is. What more do you want, guys? What more proof do you want? Count up everybody that's been indicted and locked up in the Republican Party. Count up how many people fucking been pardoned. Count how many people that are still going to go to jail that now that they don't have the protection of the White House and the protection of Donald Trump and the protection of being a sitting president. Mark my words, guys. You know I'm not wrong on here very often. And when I am, I own up to it. Matter of fact, I want to own up to something I was wrong about right now. I said that Bill Belichick, the coach of the Patriots, was a piece of shit and that he was just like Trump And these Trump supporters all blow each other, and he will show up and take that Medal of Freedom. I said that. I tweeted it. I don't think I said it on Facebook. I don't even think I said it on his show, but I did tweet it. I was wrong. Bill Belichick had more fucking spine and more guts than I thought he had. And he said, fuck you, Trump. I don't want your goddamn Medal of Freedom, being as you caused a fucking riot at the White House and got 5 fucking people killed, including a couple of cops. Donald Lord, a couple of cops got killed. One of them committed suicide because he's ashamed. He's ashamed he was a part of it. Killed himself. Another one got killed. Another one got crushed in the door. Many of them hurt and injured because your boys stormed the fucking White House, and every fucking one of them are saying, I did it because it's what Trump wanted me to do. Trump told me to be here. And you wait till the trial starts and they start bringing in some of these fucking witnesses. Well, it's what Donald wanted me to do. So when the racists think you're racist, and when the racists storm the fucking White House, and then they pray to God, you want to know why I'm a fucking atheist? They go to the Capitol. They sit where Mike Pence was just sitting. They go in Nancy Pelosi's office and they're praying. They're praying to God. And then they want to hang Pence and they want to kill Nancy Pelosi and anybody that gets in their way. And they did kill 5 of them. And one cop got one Trump supporter, unfortunately a female, who I've seen the videotape of her promo she was cutting on the way there. She's begging for trouble and she found it. Shouldn't have gone in the goddamn White House. You weren't welcome. You weren't supposed to be there. But she thought she was. She thought Donald Trump invited her. So wake the fuck up, people. I don't give a fuck if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. But if you stand by a racist, if you support a racist or a rapist, and he's been accused 43 fucking times, I've told the story on here countless times. If one person accuses you of pooping in their sink, maybe you didn't poop in their sink. But if 43 motherfuckers come forward and say, hey, Donald Lord shit in my sink, well, guess what? Donald Lord is a 100% certified sink pooper. That's what he does. 43 people say so. I gave Donald Lord the same scenario on my porch. I said, Donald, what if you're over there feeding geese at the cemetery next door to where I live? I hope The Walking Dead's not a true story. I'm fucked if it is. I said, what if somebody comes up and says, hey, man, Kenny Bolin sexually assaulted me. Go arrest him. Donald, well, goddamn, shit, I know Kenny. Kenny's all right guy. I don't think Kenny'd do that. I said, well, Donald, what would happen if 43 people came and said Kenny Bolin sexually assaulted me? Or even 5? Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'd have to go have a talk with Kenny Bolin. Yeah, you sure would. You sure would, because if 43 people were motivated enough to come and tell you that, there must be a fucking problem somewhere. Me or anybody else, my brother, whoever the fuck it is. And guess what? If 43 people accuse my brother of rape, I'm not going to be standing by him. If 43 of your family members come and say, Uncle Donnie raped me, Uncle Donnie sexually assaulted me, guess what? He ain't going to be a part of your fucking family anymore. But you think those standards are okay for the fucking president of the goddamn motherfucking United States? Really? How fucking stupid are some of you people? Not you. I think most of you in here are pretty smart. Most of you. Apparently 10 of you aren't. I bet Donald Lord's one of the ones that gave me the hate sign. How fucking stupid are you? Because if this was your own family member, if it was your brother, your uncle, your sister, was accused of sexual assault, rape, 43 fucking times, they'd be out of the goddamn family. You wouldn't have to worry about them because they'd be locked up and never fucking see daylight again. But the fucking president does it, and you ain't got a fucking problem with it. I know I'm yelling because I'm mad. I'm mad that people are fucking stupid. The QAnon people. Those dumb fucks. Oh my God, Trump turned on us. Trump wasn't the tough guy we thought he was. He told us the military was there to make sure he was in office. 34% of Republicans thought the military was there to make sure that Trump kept office. There's 74 million Republicans, well, 74 million Republicans voted for him. I guess a few independents were in there too. What the fuck? What is 34% of 70? Let me get the number. Computer. What is 34% of 74 million? Hang on.
34% of 74 million is 25.16 million.
25.6 million motherfucking people thought.
I'd rather not answer that.
I wouldn't either. Thought that the military was there.
Fart. That was a small one. Try asking me for a wet and squeaky fart.
Alexa just farted. What the fuck is Trump doing? Alexa just farted on Donald Trump. Computer, stop.
That was a pushing power call. Try asking me for an answer or say random.
Computer, stop. What the fuck?
Okie dokie.
What the hell was that? Did y'all hear that? What the fuck? My app, my Alexa dot is in the bedroom. Just farted by 4 times. Talking about Donald Trump. What the fuck was that? Arwood, I want that to be its own segment. To where the Alexa app just interrupted my show and farted. What? And wanted a loud squeaky. What the? I done forgot what I was talking about. The Alexa. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't believe what just happened on this show. I'm glad it was recorded. Arwood, I want you on that. When this show's over, that's its own segment. I want the big rant. I want the big rant, and then I want what I want what that fucking thing just did. No one would believe it if I told the story. Nobody believe it. The QAnon people wouldn't believe it, and they'll fucking believe anything. So back to QAnon.